as a fashion designer or as a tailor, I'm asking you this question: that if in case you have workload on you that you cannot meet the timeline, will you collaborate with a different designer elsewhere to do the work, or you will do all by yourself? Well, a lot of you might say no. No, other fellow designers might not do what I will do, or might not do the work as I expect them to do. And there comes in with the subject of standards. Yes. Why is it that that designer cannot sew as you do? Or why is it that that tailor cannot meet your standard? Well, we are all trained by different masters. Why is it so? Because tailoring across the whole world is the same. How a shirt is supposed to be cut is the same. How a shirt is supposed to be finished is the same. But looking across West Africa, and I can talk for Ghana and Nigeria, that it looks like tailoring has become like a street skill that everybody's going about it the way he or she wants it to be. No, there are standards that we need to follow. Let me give you an example here. Take a bottle of a water. Take any bottled water, any bottled water that you can find. Right? Take it, and then take away the cover and interchange it and see something. They can all fit each other. Why? Because there is a standard of producing a bottle and its covering, and they all meet that standard. And that is the reason why when you take a Verna mineral water and take a wick, if you interchange their covering, it can fit each other. If you interchange the bottle covering of awake and voltic, they can fit each other. Why? They meet the standards. So why is it that as a tailor in Ghana, eh, somebody next to you or a neighboring tailor or a fellow tailor cannot sew just as you sew? Why is it that way? Because the standard does not meet. From the foundation of our training, there is something that we are lacking, and that is what's causing this problem. We all need to go and start from the scratch, learn the ethics of tailoring, learn the ethics of fashion designing, and follow it from the beginning of our training. It looks like everybody was trained differently, and that is why we don't meet the standards. That is why what I saw is different, so different from what you saw. No, do not say that we cannot all be equal. Yes, there might be something little bit that's differ from each of our works based on our skill competence. But when it comes to the basics, how to cut, how finishings are done, these things are basics that if somebody failed to do it, then let me say the person chooses to fail. But if we are not trained from the beginning of our training, if we are not trained that way, there is no way we are going to get it right. Let me put it here. That fraternity called GNTD, you have a responsibility on this issue that I'm talking about. It is within your bosom to train people in a certain way. As at now, GNTDA as an association, a nationwide association that is recognized by the government of Ghana, as at now, GNTDA has not been able to draw a curriculum to train your learners. GNTDA, as at now, as a big association as you are, you have not been able to develop or design a curriculum to train your learners. That is a big fail. But I tell you, it is not late. So go into your local or your zones. There are a lot of intellectuals within yourselves, but just that maybe leadership up there think that, oh, we are the bosses, we are the boss. But let me tell you, you are failing totally. You need to be able to draw a curriculum, to go by that curriculum and train your people, so that when anybody takes an apprentice within their zones, they follow that curriculum, that within these first 3 months, these are the things that I have to teach my people. The next 6 months, these are the things that my learners supposed to know. Some people come to my place and I show them this thing, common hemmings, trials hem, how to finish a trials hem. And some people are asking me, do I have a hem machine? Do I do this by machines? These are hand stitches that we all learn type of stitches that we can use this type of stitches to finish the trials hem. Yet everybody has their own way of doing it. Some might finish it anyhow. But if from the beginning of our training we go through these processes, there's no way that the standard is going to differ. So GNTD, you have a responsibility to develop a curriculum such that every learner that a member takes to train, we follow this curriculum. So we train them and we get a standard of training for our people.